and welcome to our IBL video. So today we'll be exploring the IBL, which is inquiry-based learning, where learners analyze and solve problems without the guidance of the teacher or minimal guidance from the teacher, and they get to work collaboratively. Thank you. So cells are a basic unit of life.
To start off the lesson, the teacher will introduce the topic and the lesson objectives.
A tissue. And tissues can be found in animals and plants. But today we'll only focus on plant tissues. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain simple tissues and complex tissues according to their structure and function. Secondly, analyze plant tissues using diagrams, microscope images, and models. Thirdly, evaluate the role of each tissue according to its function. And lastly, you must be able to draw the tissue. But firstly, before we can get to that, we must be able to answer the following question. What keeps plants alive?
To start the inquiry process, the teacher asks a question to get the learners to start thinking.
Complex tissues and simple tissues. And simple tissues, you must find out why they are regarded as simple tissues, and complex tissues, you must find out why they are regarded as complex tissues. For simple tissues, we have parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Then for complex tissues, we have a phloem and the xylem. And now we must answer today's question. What keeps plants alive? So this question, you must think around it. What keeps plants alive? Because plants can withstand harsh conditions. They can withstand cold temperatures and hot temperatures. Am I correct?
Yes.
So you must answer this question. You must be able to explore and be curious around this question as to what keeps plants alive.
After being given a question, learners work together with specific roles to start researching and discussing their ideas.
So if someone can answer the question before we dive to the deep end, what do you guys have?
Okay, so we found that, and we discussed what keeps plants alive is the light of photosynthesis, as well as the water and nutrients absorbed from the soil is what keeps the plants alive.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. But relating to today's lesson, it takes a different turn, because we will be talking about plant tissues, not photosynthesis. So you'll be divided into 5 groups. So each group will have 5 different colored papers. So red will be for parenchyma, blue will be for collenchyma, green will be for sclerenchyma, yellow, xylem, then purple for phloem. So each learner that receives the color, your focus is to focus on the structure, the function, and the diagram, and you must draw the diagram in a cross-sectional view. So you are allowed to use any resource that you would like. For example, you can use diagrams, textbooks, and models. So after you have done this, we'll take it further from then onwards.
Strategies that you can use to accommodate diverse learners includes using visual aids such as diagrams and photographs for visual learners. You can also use writing and drawing for kinesthetic learners, and discussion for auditory learners. The teacher can also rephrase or simplify questions for better student understanding. As learners work together independently, the teacher acts as a facilitator and guides students rather than giving them the direct answers. Learners work collaboratively with each other, each with their own role to fulfill in order to contribute to the group.
So now that we have reached the end of today's lesson, this was something new to you guys, I know.
At the end of the lesson, the teacher summarizes the main idea and allows time to reflect on the group work of the learners.
Understand these concepts. So as you go home again tonight, I would like you, after taking a shower, to research on the role of these tissues now that they play on the plant. Remember that a plant has three main parts, which is the roots, the stem, and the leaves. But for our next lesson, we'll get into the roots. So we must find out now, how do these plant tissues play a role in the root system? Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yes.